Every morning, millions of people look in the mirror and see the same frustrating sight: dark patches and age spots that seem to appear out of nowhere after turning 40 or 50. Dermatology clinics charge hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars for laser treatments and prescription-grade brightening therapies. But what if 3 ordinary ingredients sitting in your kitchen right now could target the same biological mechanism that those expensive treatments address? Research, published in peer-reviewed journals, suggests that certain natural kitchen compounds can inhibit the enzyme responsible for melanin production by up to 47 to 67%. Today, you will learn exactly what those ingredients are and precisely how to use them safely. To understand why this works, you need to know what actually causes age spots and melasma. Deep within your skin, specialized cells called melanocytes produce melanin pigment using an enzyme called tyrosinase. In younger skin, melanin distributes evenly, creating a smooth and balanced complexion. As we age, however, cumulative UV damage and chronic oxidative stress cause tyrosinase to become overactive. When UV exposure and stress occur together, research indicates tyrosinase activity can spike to up to 3 times its normal level. The result is uneven melanin deposits, the patchy darkness we recognize as melasma, age spots, and the thicker seborrheic keratoses that develop later in life. Effective natural management therefore works along 2 parallel tracks: inhibiting tyrosinase before new melanin forms, and accelerating the shedding of already pigmented dead skin cells. The first kitchen ingredient is raw potato. You have likely noticed that a freshly cut potato surface turns brown after just a few minutes. The compounds responsible for this reaction, known as polyphenol oxidase enzymes, paradoxically act as competitive inhibitors of human skin tyrosinase. When applied topically, agricultural research found that colorful potato peel extract inhibited tyrosinase activity by approximately 48% in laboratory settings. On top of that, raw potatoes contain about 35 milligrams of vitamin C per 100 grams, roughly 3 times the concentration found in apples. Vitamin C serves a second critical function by reducing already oxidized melanin intermediates, essentially intercepting melanin formation before the pigment can permanently deposit in deeper skin layers. The second ingredient is turmeric. The active compound in turmeric, curcumin, is one of the most intensively studied natural molecules in cosmetic science. Studies published in leading journals demonstrate that curcumin and its derivatives bind directly to the active site of the tyrosinase enzyme, blocking melanin production. In one cellular study, a curcumin derivative reduced tyrosinase activity by up to 67%. Beyond tyrosinase inhibition, curcumin is a potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory agent, helping skin cells recover from UV-induced damage more rapidly. Its DPPH-free radical scavenging capacity significantly exceeds that of conventional vitamin E. One critical caution applies, however. Turmeric is an extremely powerful staining agent. Using too much, or leaving it on too long, will temporarily tint your skin yellow. The recipes described below use precisely calibrated small amounts for this reason. The third ingredient is fermented grain vinegar, specifically brown rice vinegar or apple cider vinegar. Natural fermented vinegar contains alpha-hydroxy acids, known as AHAs, which are among the most well-validated exfoliating compounds in dermatological science. These naturally occurring AHAs break down the intercellular adhesion proteins that hold dead skin cells together, accelerating the shedding of melanin-laden keratinocytes. As pigmented dead cells shed more rapidly, brighter new skin cells rise to the surface faster. Additionally, the acetic acid in vinegar helps maintain the skin's slightly acidic pH balance, which is essential for a healthy barrier and for preventing the bacterial overgrowth that can worsen uneven skin tone. However, applying undiluted vinegar directly to skin is dangerous and must never be done. Chemical burns and paradoxical worsening of pigmentation are real risks of improper use. Always dilute at a minimum ratio of 1 part vinegar to 10 parts water. Now for the 3 golden recipes that combine these ingredients. safely and effectively. The first is the basic potato brightening mask. Finely grate half a raw potato and collect the pulp and juice in a clean bowl. Add 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder. Never more than this for your first several applications. Mix in half a teaspoon of raw honey for texture and added soothing benefits. Apply to clean, dry skin for 15 minutes. Then rinse thoroughly with lukewarm water. Always follow immediately with a broad-spectrum sunscreen of SPF 30 or above. Because freshly exfoliated skin is significantly more sensitive to UV damage. Use this mask twice per week, maximum, and begin with just once weekly to assess your skin's response. The second recipe is the fermented vinegar brightening tonic. Combine 1 teaspoon of brown rice or apple cider vinegar with 10 teaspoons of clean water, maintaining a strict ratio of 1 to 10 or more diluted. Add 2 to 3 drops of fresh lemon juice. Lemon provides both vitamin C and a compound called limonene, which research published in 2026 confirmed inhibits tyrosinase activity and reduces melanin formation. Soak a cotton pad in this solution and gently press it onto the areas of concern for 30 seconds, then rinse. Use no more than 3 times per week. If your skin is sensitive, omit the lemon entirely and rely on the diluted vinegar alone. The third recipe is the turmeric overnight intensive treatment. Combine 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric with 2 teaspoons of plain, unsweetened yogurt. The naturally occurring lactic acid in yogurt acts as a gentle AHA that simultaneously enhances curcumin absorption. Add 2 to 3 drops of a plant-based oil such as perilla oil or olive oil. Curcumin is a fat-soluble molecule, meaning its absorption through the skin increases dramatically when combined with a fatty carrier. Apply this mixture 30 minutes before bedtime. Leave for 15 to 20 minutes. Then rinse and apply your regular moisturizer. Because of turmeric's staining potential, use this recipe at night only and limit it to once or twice per week. For your 7-day getting started plan, spend days 1 and 2 performing a patch test on the inner wrist before applying anything to your face. On days 3 and 4, introduce the potato mask on alternating days with the vinegar tonic. Never use both on the same day to avoid over-exfoliation. On days 5 and 6, carefully try the turmeric overnight treatment. By day 7, compare your skin to photos taken before you began and note any changes in texture and tone. Several safety warnings must be emphasized. Never apply undiluted vinegar or undiluted lemon juice to skin. Do not apply any of these preparations to broken, inflamed, or acne-affected skin. Apply sunscreen every single morning without exception throughout this protocol. If you experience intense itching, redness, swelling, or a burning sensation, stop immediately and consult a dermatologist. This content is for general wellness information only, and does not replace professional medical advice. Melasma and age spots that grow rapidly, change shape, or develop irregular borders must be evaluated by a qualified dermatologist, as some pigmented lesions require clinical assessment. The core message of today's video is this: age spots and melasma share one root cause, an overactive tyrosinase enzyme producing excess melanin. Raw potato, turmeric, and fermented vinegar each address this problem through different but complementary pathways that scientists have studied carefully. Used correctly, with proper dilution, correct frequency, and sun protection, these 3 kitchen staples can form a zero-cost brightening routine that works with your skin's biology rather than against it. Like and subscribe if this was helpful, and look forward to our next video, revealing more science-backed secrets hidden in your kitchen.